Hey, Diggy here. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. But if you're new, please be sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, and click the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload anything new. This video is going to be my perspective on belief and how it relates to living in the yin, and some key tips and feelings to reach for when trying to live in the yin. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. So I have like a little post-it note of some things that I want to say and pointers I want to convey to you guys. So belief, in my opinion, the word belief is so loaded. Like, I feel like anytime somebody says, oh, you have to believe it, like the brain thinks of it as, oh, you have to be 100% certain in its, fruition. And I know that for myself, that's not true. I don't 100% believe that that particular thing is going to happen for sure, but I do 100% believe that it's possible. So if you're going to put 100% certainty into something, put it into the possibility that your manifestation can happen. That's all you got to do. When people talk about living in the yin, they often say, you have to feel the feeling that you would feel when you have, that particular thing. But what exactly are those feelings? For me, I notice whenever I make the effort to feel the feelings I would feel or live in the state of the wish fulfilled, it comes down to 3 particular words. And these words, I could say even like 4, but 3 particular words. And I feel like if these 3 words could come together and become one word, that would be living in the yin. So the first word is satisfaction. Satisfaction is such a big part of living in the yin. Like, regardless of what it is that you're trying to bring into the 3D, when it happens, you're satisfied with that particular thing. Even if it's something that's a manifestation, that's a part of another manifestation, that's a part of another manifestation, when that particular thing happens, you're satisfied. Like, okay, yes, it happened. Great. The second thing is relief. Now, this probably happens more so when it's a situation where you're like in dire straits, either emotionally, financially, physically, like things like that, or you just really don't like the condition that you're in, whatever it is. You don't like the condition of the relationship you're in, or you don't like your apartment, you don't like the pain that you're feeling or anything like that. It's just like a relief, like, yes, I'm being taken out of this state finally, and I'm into a better position, whatever that position may be. The position could be, health, or the position could be wealth, or having money, or just anything. You're going from point A to point B, and it's like that big sigh of relief. But like the feeling of it, that's the feeling that also goes into living in the yin. Like, yes, I'm finally out of that. Now, in addition to relief, that one is kind of like a twofold thing. This might happen with people that are like newbies. It's the word validation. And I don't mean like, validation where you want somebody to tell you that you're pretty or that you're good enough or anything like that. But validation in the sense that it's like, yes, this actually does work. Now, that's something that I feel with certain things. Like certain levels, I'm like, all right, let's show me my thing. Like, all right, it's here, good. But other situations, I probably like, dang, like this, I hope this stuff really works. I still sometimes have that fleeting thought. So when you finally get that manifestation that you put so much thought and energy and focus into, you kind of feel validated, like, I do know what I'm talking about. The stuff that I learned is real. I'm applying it right. So that's definitely a component of living in the yin that a lot of people do not talk about, which I don't understand why, but hey, whatever, what can you do? You'll get all the perspectives from this channel, okay? So the third term I want to throw in the pot is normalcy and normalizing the manifestation. So I feel like this is more in part for the how and the bridge of incidents. I think that usually does a good job of making it normal for you to have the thing that it is that you're trying to get, which is coming to terms with this has actually helped me deal with the delay of time and the twists and turns that, you know, you go through when finally getting to that particular manifestation that you want, because it has to be normal, like, or else you're probably not going to keep it, or it's not going to evoke the feelings that you were expecting it to evoke. Normalcy is a big deal. Like, it should be normal that you have what you want. Why? Just for the underlying fact that you're a master manifester and you've been creating things and doing all this your whole life, regardless of whether you're doing it consciously or not. You were manifesting your entire life. So if you can just keep that as like the underlying belief for you, that this is what it is because I said so, which is like my favorite phrase. I say that for like everything. I can't wait to be a mom because I said so. No, if you can keep that underlying belief and thought process when it comes to any manifestations that you're trying to bring about, that will ease the normalcy into it, so that when you find yourself in that extreme, well, that situation that would have been extreme to you way back when you first tried to manifest that thing, it won't be so extreme to you when you actually get it. You'll be able to navigate through that state, you know, like you'll be able to, like I said, just make it normal for you. It's normal for me to have an expensive bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have plenty of bags, shoes, all that. It's normal for me to have that. Now, let's say like 10 years ago, when I didn't have much of anything, me trying to manifest a Louis Vuitton bag would have been probably really, really hard for me back then. But if I was to try to do that today, I believe that would come incredibly quick, because it's normal for me to have a bunch of bags that are expensive. Like, that's normal. So we want to get to the place where we have that feeling of normalcy, no matter how outrageous the particular manifestation may seem. Just keep reiterating the belief that you're supposed to have what it is that you want. One, because you imagined it, because you desired it, and because you said so, because you exist. You're here to experience things. So it's your birthright to just pick and choose the type of things that you want and experience it. That's normal for you, regardless of what the outside seems like. Like, if you're somebody who's, you know, living in the projects and you don't really have too much, use that type of belief to go from that situation to, you know, living in a mansion and having all these cars, having all these great luxurious experiences. If that's the only way that you can make it normal, then do that, because the bridge of incidents is going to fill in all the other steps and all the hows. But hold on to the belief that, you know, you deserve this because you exist. That's basically how you make it normal. So satisfaction, relief / validation that you're actually doing it right, and normalcy. I feel like all of those mixed together are what makes up the idea of living in the yin. When you're satisfied with, you know, knowing the outcome of something, you don't really have to obsess over it. Like, you might, I don't know about a whole like just dropping the desire completely. You might think of it again, but it won't be on a like, dang, like, how am I gonna do this? Like, in a situation where you get a package, you know, people love using this example, but it's true. When you get a package, I mean, you might look at it and be like, okay, well, it's supposed to come in, let's say, 7 days. On the 3rd or 4th day, your mind might go on it, and you will go and check the tracking to see where it is. But the entire time that you're waiting, you're not, you know, staring at the email, just sweating bullets and not blinking because you're trying to get a notification from the shipping company. You're not doing that. So that's the kind of feeling you want to have when you basically place your order in. When you're in the visualization of the end goal, that's basically you putting your order in. Oh man, that's basically you putting your order. I was just thinking about a couple of manifestations that I was like freaking out and obsessing over, because like while I'm talking, I'm also digesting, and like the inner me is like, yeah, take your own advice. I be dragging myself. Trust me, I be dragging myself. Like, we all in this together, believe me. But yeah, satisfaction, relief, like, whew, I'm out of here. It's definitely going to happen. Slash validation. Yes, this works. Like I said before, validate, or maybe I didn't say it, I don't know, but validation in it depends on the person and their confidence in their manifesting ability. But I wouldn't be surprised if everybody still has those moments where they're like, is this gonna work? This might be a little big, you know, even if that's like just a fleeting thought. Like the validation of, yes, I did do it right, is something that's also mixed in there, and it's not really talked about too much in normalcy. Like just making it normal for you to have that thing simply because you exist, like because you said so, because this is your birthright. This is why you're here as a human being, to experience and bring things from the unseen into the seen. So I hope you can take this and apply it and kind of mix all those feelings up. I mean, I'm not saying that there isn't other things that I haven't thought of, but this is just the things that I consciously was aware of when I thought about certain manifestations that I've already fully brought into fruition and manifested, and things that I'm thinking about now. So I'll tell you a little secret. I'm currently manifesting a new apartment. I don't know if that's a secret. I might have mentioned that before, but I already know the apartment that I want to be in. I haven't been there physically yet, but I've seen so many different pictures and things like that from different websites and whatever. And I've emailed, you know, agents and all this other stuff. Now, the particular apartment that I want, that monthly price, that monthly rent though, ugh. But I definitely believe that that apartment is mine. Like I just fell in love with it so much. I literally wrote down the things that I wanted in a place, and well, it's not an apartment, it's a townhome, but whatever. I literally wrote down the things that I wanted in a townhome, and it literally has everything. Like it literally has everything. Even certain things that I was like, yeah, I want that. It was there. So I'm like, this is definitely my place. And I would do like visualizations before I went to sleep. Like I've been doing that, and like anytime that my mind is just, you know, not too much on it and I'm just thinking randomly or whatever, I think about me living in the home, visualizing having a house party, or visualizing having a housewarming, and you know, giving my best friends a tour of my house and things like that. That's the stuff that I think about. But I had a moment today when I was like, oh, this is really mine, like for real, for real. So I did my hair, like I had gel in it or whatever, and I had gel in my hands. So I went to the bathroom to wash my hands, and I had to wash my hands real good because, you know, gel the black girls using their hair, that joint is sticky. So I'm in the bathroom, my current bathroom, and I'm washing my hands like hard because I have so much gel in my hands. I'm trying to wash it out and it doesn't feel like it's coming out. But as I'm washing my hands, like in my mind's eye, I look up and I'm in the apartment bathroom. Child, stop. So as I'm washing my hands, I look up and I'm in the apartment bathroom, and in front of me is the huge mirror that I love. The sink that I'm washing my hands in is a dual sink, and to the right of me is the shower. Like I'm in the bathroom in my mind's eye. I'm obviously like in my actual bathroom, but it was basically like the same scenario and situation that I was in when I was sitting here thinking about the flowers. So that kind of just was like, yes. I was just like, yes, 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 yes. And I'm actually going to do another video on that particular situation and with visualization and things like that. So stay tuned for that. But that was a moment of like living in the end. I was just washing my hands. And that's something that I would definitely obviously do in the new apartment. So it would be normal for me to wash my hands in there. It's a bathroom, you know what I'm saying? And I felt the relief of like, yes, like finally I'm out of this apartment. Validation, because yes, the things that I've learned and applied to my life are actually working, and I'm seeing the changes that I've always wanted to see. And I was satisfied not only in that particular feeling, because I definitely looked up, and in front of me in my bathroom is my mirror, but when I looked up I saw the huge mirror of the apartment bathroom, and I smiled to myself in my reflection, but not my actual reflection. You watching this, you get what I'm saying. I smiled at myself. So I was satisfied in that moment, and like now I'm still carrying that satisfaction, like yes, that place is mine, baby. You know what I'm saying? So those are all feelings that you feel in that moment. And now, ooh, I get it. Living in the state of the wish fulfilled. In relation to that manifestation being completed, you feel all those things. All the words I said: satisfaction, relief, validation, and normalcy. You feel that, but you also feel it in you feel it in the state, like, so you feel it in anticipation of the state, but those are the exact same feelings that you would feel in the state. So it's like you really bringing it into the now moment from your imagination and in the unseen to the seen. I hope y'all getting this. I intend for y'all to understand what I'm saying, okay? Y'all seem like y'all always do understand what I'm saying, so I'm not gonna worry about that. I wish everyone a happy holiday, happy new year, peace and blessings to all who watch this and your family, and I'll see you next time. Bye.